Hello, it's SeahawksFan with some more GBL. Master League is back, and I am going to be using my favorite level 50 Pokemon to start the season. This rotation: Shiny level 50 Rayquaza, Shadow Mewtwo, and Dialga. All super meta, very powerful Pokemon, and my favorite lead in Rayquaza. Going to be forced to shield. Don't want to give up alignment. Metagross with Psychic. Did not expect that. And Porygon. Porygon Z, very cool to see this. Gonna bring in Dialga. Already dropped their attack, which is nice. Very helpful. Zap Cannon. And they swap into a Incineroar. Something I would not expect at all. It's cool to see. And I can just clean up the battle with Dialga, so I'm just going to use Mewtwo to absorb the energy, get some chip damage. I mean, I barely miss out on that second Side Strike for the knockout, but going to be just fine up against Porygon. It's going to go down. Actually, this is closer than I thought. Okay. Should have just stayed in with could have just stayed in with Dialga. But I ended up almost costing myself the game, and Yveltal in the lead. This is where I want to see this Yveltal. I don't want my Mewtwo getting walled by this. Now, some Mewtwo's may have Ice Beam, and okay, that can definitely nuke this Yveltal. But I'd much rather my Breaking Swipe Rayquaza go up against it, being able to get a shield. And I'm happy to trade a shield to keep alignment, and they have revealed a Kyogre. And knowing that the Yveltal is almost gone, I'm happy to bring in my Dialga to counter the Kyogre. I can comfortably take an Origin Pulse. Blizzard would be a bit different. Yeah, it would be a problem. And the final Pokemon that they had not revealed yet is Mewtwo. Shadow Mewtwo. Gonna throw the Iron Heads. No need to debuff myself. And, of course, I have a shield. Draco Meteor would have been shielded. But being able to get to 2 Iron Heads is nice. And this Yveltal is Gonzo. Dunzo for Shunzo. And now, something very cool. Counter. Well, the Galarian Zapdos. Very happy to see this. Very cool. I wish I could catch one, but I haven't seen one in so many months. And I let that Brave Bird go. And I am going to be getting to a Breaking Swipe to lower this Metagross's attack. Now this is a bit tricky, being in the energy disadvantage. We can get to Medium Mesh at the same pace. But I'm like, what? A Goldengo? So I decided to just spank the energy onto my Mewtwo. And I try and land a Draco Meteor, which I do. But the thing is, they're going to get so much energy because they're not threatened by a Draco Meteor after the attack drop. This is so tricky. I do get the shield, but am I going to be able to get to 2 Shadow Balls? That's what I need. I need 2 Shadow Balls. And no, I needed to gain more energy on the Mewtwo before swapping or getting a bit more energy on the Dialga, but I tried. I have a Kyogre lead, clean matchup for me. Just gonna whittle it down. Thunder, okay. Don't see that every day. But this Melmetal's gonna be taking 2 Breaking Swipes. Oh my gosh, even shielding. I should have thrown them back to back, but I was like, yeah. I try and land a Dragon Ascent because I barely ever get the chance. And are they going to let me throw this Dragon Ascent? Kaboom! Doesn't even take it out. And I'm feeling very cocky in this battle. But I still have the chance to win. Gonna throw the Side Strike. This will be plenty. Getting the last shield. And now I feel a lot more comfortable that I didn't completely throw this battle. Can I get the farm down? I don't think I could. So I just throw the Side Strike just to be safe. And the last Pokemon is a Togekiss, which I have a Side Strike ready. Gonna be chipping that down. And I just need the Iron Head for the win. Little bit of a messier battle, but it's fine. And we have a Mewtwo to face in the lead. 4162 CP. That's not a level 50. I missed some bubbles. Thankfully, I get the shield. Gonna be letting a Side Strike go. And I'm gonna be shielding up one. Can I get the farm down? I'm not playing around. They've already used the shield, so I didn't think they would shield again. And breaking swipe for the Kyogre. 4195. This thing is not in a good position against Dialga. Especially with the attack drops, and that's only a Surf. I know it's too fast for anything more. And I'm going to be throwing the Iron Head. No need to Draco when they have a shield. And that was only a 5-punch. But with my shield, I'm going to bring in the Mewtwo. Because this Side Strike is plenty for the cleanup. And now is a Mewtwo lead again. But it's a level 50 Hundo Mewtwo, though, so that's pretty good for them. Going to be shielding up the first Side Strike, because after the Breaking Swipe attack drops, going to be taking a bit less damage. Very helpful. And I'm not going to go double shield. Thankfully, they let go the first Breaking Swipe, and they try to farm me down before I get to move. But that Dialga is not in a good position. Now, while they do have 2 shields, I do have to shield this. Because letting a Draco Meteor go through would be devastating. With this energy, 2 Iron Heads, and then saving the shield for the Mewtwo to get a knockout on this Shiny Groudon. Very cool to see, but not in a good position anymore. It's only level 40, so even more reason they were going to shield. And now, gonna bring in my Mewtwo. Gonna be letting go the Precipice Blades. Being a little risky, but they're level 40. I would have had a shield if it was level 50. And my Mewtwo takes the win. This Gen lead is kind of annoying. I shield up the play rough to not get nuked. And I just I had some hope that I could land a Dragon Ascent, but nope. So I'm going to bring in the Shadow Mewtwo. Not going to get taken out, but taking a lot of damage from the play roughs. And they're going to let me get to 2 Side Strikes because they think they can farm me down, but they need to use the energy. Kaboom! And now I have a pretty healthy 2 dragons. And I choose to bring in the tankier Dialga to absorb the Dragon Breaths a bit better and save some energy for a potential second fairy in the back. Because I would not like to have a second fairy in the back to deal with, but it's a Rhyperior. And I actually get to a Dragon Ascent. Kaboom! And because it's a rock type, unfortunately, it can survive comfortably. But I really wanted a fairy in the back at that point. Oh, that would have been awesome. But now we have a Togekiss in the lead. Okay, as I asked for a fairy is here. I know I shield up the Precipice Blades, thankfully. And I'm going to be getting to 2 Iron Heads. I'm going to need that damage to get I need a Thread Ending and get the shields. It will do enough damage to make them want a shield, which I've gotten the last shields. And I call a Fire Punch, and that is another Fire Punch. It will get the KO, but I'm going to need energy on that Mewtwo. I kind of hope there was no kind of considered maybe a bit of extra energy, but it was only a Fire Punch. Did not need a shield, but I did get energy needed for the Togekiss, and they brought it in for me, and able to almost have a Side Strike for what's next. And it's a Mewtwo. Well, this Mewtwo is gonzo. I needed that extra energy because a Side Strike would have taken me out. That would have been a problem. But now, another Mewtwo in the lead. And they're playing it differently. They're saving the Side Strike for later. And I'm going to bring in my Mewtwo to counter the Zacian. Because as a level 40 Zacian, I can do real good damage. As a Shadow Mewtwo. Ooh. And they reveal it's a Wild Charge. Nice. A non-stab move that lowers its defense. They're not going to want to shield up. And I'm going to just throw the Side Strike straight away. Do they expect it? Okay. But they are forced to swap into Togekiss, the last Pokemon. My last Pokemon, well, is Dialga that has not been revealed. And I land 2 Breaking Swipes, making my Dialga super safe. Taking so much less damage from the charms. And trying to just wait down the clock to be able to potentially bring in Mewtwo for trying to catch a move just in case I need to. Iron Head gets a knockout and they're like, yeah, I need to let go. The Togekiss is not worth it. But not enough damage from the Side Strikes. Final battle of the video. Got a Kyogre lead. This is an easy peasy lemon squeezy matchup. And they bring in Dialga, which is going to be great because I have lowered the attack. And I have my own Dialga to come in. And I know that could be a Draco Meteor, which it is. And I have mine ready. But they do have a Melmetal, which is very annoying. Gonna shield up the first superpower. And their defense is lowered, attack is lowered. And I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor after the Iron Head. And I survive because of their attack drop. And they get nuked. And now it's time for the Shadow Mewtwo to take out the Kyogre. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Very excited to continue doing some Master League battles again. My favorite league because I have the Pokemon. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.